Hey guys, this is Pharaoh 2091, and welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All for Nintendo DS. Last time we left off, we were listening to Adrian testify on, what she did during when she found the body and whatnot. And it definitely seems like we're trying to pin a murder on her now, but we need more information. So, and we found out all the whole thing about the guitar case, and is it going to be relevant or not? And that's what we're going to find out right now. So let's hear her testimony about the guitar case. I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I'd knocked the vase over. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. And as for why I opened the case, even I don't know. Well, that's vague as all hell. It looks like this really wasn't a very important point. This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now that it's almost, comforting. Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination. Using anyway to change the topic. Convenient escape for a weak man. What the hell, Edgeworth? You're cool at one point, then you're a dick at the other point, then you're, like, cool next time. Don't forget that I was the one who saved your ass in that case, in the first game, where you were murdered and we found out the whole thing about your father. I mean, why are you still being a douche to us? In any case, I'm not really sure what to do here. I suppose I must open the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. You know what? Is actually a really vital point here. If you go right here, you look at the guitar case once again, it's going to say at the last statement, it bears Juan's fingerprints. Which means that, hey, he must have opened the case or something. However, if she says that she must have opened the guitar case after she knocked the vase over, well, how come where are her fingerprints then? Yeah, kind of contradicts each other, right? There's no way you're the one who opened the guitar case. Why would you say that? It's elementary, my dear. Watson. Because the only fingerprints on this guitar case are those of the victim. Ah! Oh. What is it, Miss Andrews? You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because I touched the case. What do you mean? What if I were to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the time? Gloves? Why would you be wearing gloves at that time? It was a lively award ceremony, so of course I dressed up for the occasion. Excuse me. Yes, now remember. I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the crime. No, that's too damn convenient for a minute. Hold on, that's a little strange. No, and there's a piece of evidence that goes along with that, and I'll explain why. You're wearing gloves? Isn't that a little strange? Why is that so strange? Do you have something that you prove as I was not wearing gloves at the time? And yeah, we do actually. I was just thinking about it. The wine glass. It has her fingerprints on it. Why the hell would there be fingerprints on the wine glass but not the guitar case? I have your proof right here. This wine glass. The wine glass? You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass. Even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice, wouldn't you think it was just a little strange that you put your gloves back on and just opened the guitar case? That's a funny little sprite there. I think that will happen time and time. So she must have like a zillion pairs of glasses on her. I don't know about you guys, but I wear glasses and I can't simply just like whoop out a pair if mine break. I do have another pair, but they're sunglasses. But I only have like one primary glasses that I wear. So she has like a zillion, glasses here, unless they're not prescription. Why the hell am I talking into this? Let's continue on. So they're probably talking about how the hell she got another glass, another pair of glasses. Like, that's weird. Order, order, order! Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time. What do you mean? I believe that guitar case plays a very important role here. But it's just an empty case. I wonder if it really was empty, though. But the guitar case... I mean, the bright red guitar was at the studio. Phoenix, drop all your presumptions here. What was in the guitar case was not that bright red guitar. You don't mean it was a bright white guitar? Wait, that's not right either. Why he would think that, I don't know. I admit it would be unnatural for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves despite the fact that on the case... Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work here. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us all into his misguided... No, Your Honor. Please recall that Miss Andrews had testified to about that vase that fell onto the guitar case. Messed that one up. Which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it was wide open in this photo of the crime scene. I'm sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder. If you're so sure, Wright, then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct? Please enlighten us to why that guitar case has anything at all to do with this murder. Can you do that, Mr. Wright? Well, let's suppose for a second that the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case. The bright red guitar not being the only thing. You don't mean to suggest that bright black guitar... What the hell's up with these people thinking different color guitars here? So, you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty? Is that it, right? I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove. Deflate that head of yours. You haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside this case at the time of the murder? Yeah, this one, I wasn't really sure how the hell to figure out the first time around. But this is what was inside it. Or what you claim that it's inside it. If I can find it. Yeah, this, actually. Just, yeah, let me present. This is a photograph. Yes, but what is important is what's in the picture, Your Honor. In this picture, it doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I'm proposing is, inside the guitar case was the Nickel Samurai, the hero's very own costume. What? And now I'm sure the crowd's like, what the hell's going on? Mr. Wright, explain yourself here. Wright, are you saying the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume? What insane point would there be to doing something like that? That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. Miss Andrews put it on to hide her identity so she can make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews? I refuse to accept your theory. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea? Well, just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop. In the end, she managed to get the shot, correct? You mean this photo? Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, now it's fitting into place, as you can see here. Order! Order! Looks like we wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we? Nice job, Phoenix. Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it in the real world. So the real murderer was hiding inside a costume. Wait 1 second, Your Honor. The Nickel Samurai's costume would have been Mr. Man on Guard's. Why was something of the defendant be in the victim's room? And inside a guitar case of all places? True, this is a little baffling. Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts here. What was the Nickel Samurai costume doing inside a guitar case? Now, I wouldn't say it was stolen from On Guard because, well, wasn't he in it? So, another logical conclusion you come up with is, could have been a spare costume. Mr. On Guard did not take the costume off during the break period. In that case, the costume we were talking about was a spare one. What? Then, are you saying at the night of the murder, there was 2 Nickel Samurai costumes at the Gateway Hotel? Gatewater Hotel? Yes, that's what I'm saying. And how do you explain a costume that was inside the guitar case? It would mean that the victim himself had planned to bring the spare to the ceremony. Oh yeah, that wouldn't make any sense at all. But why? The victim, Juan, was the Jabba Ninja. Why would he secretly bring the Nickel Samurai's spare costume with him? What could be the reason behind such a peculiar act? So that's what he intended. What are you mumbling to yourself about now? Have you been just rambling all this time without any sense of inner monologue? Huh? No, I just... Mr. Wright, please explain yourself here. Why do you think the victim had a Nickel Samurai spare costume? Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one? Think carefully before you answer. And then answer with gusto. I believe in you. Alright, this is what I think. The reason the victim brought the Nickel Samurai's spare costume to the hotel was... How? This is another one you gotta think about a little bit. Remember back in when we were at the freaking hotel in the beginning of the game, we're trying to there's gonna be a press conference, right? However, it turns out that Matt didn't know anything about it. He's like, oh, what? He's like, I didn't know I had a show to do or a conference to go or confess anything. It seemed like he had no idea what was going on. So, putting 2 and 2 together, you would think that maybe Matt really wasn't going to say anything. Maybe it was someone else posing as him. So, maybe that's why. What is this? A night of murder after the stage show, Nickel Samurai was going to hold a special press conference. Press conference? Yes, Nickel Samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference. Oh, I heard about this as well. For once, you're not making something up, right? But what struck me as strange was that Mr. Engard himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night. But how can that be? The way I see it, that can only mean one thing. The conference was set up by none other than the victim, Mr. Juan himself. The victim? Yes. The spare Nickel Samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Juan was going to hold a press conference as the Nickel Samurai. Yeah. See? Plausible. It's all plausible. He was going to dress up as a Nickel Samurai and hold a conference. But why would a victim do such a thing? That's something I don't quite know yet. However, what I am concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at the conference. The Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. And by confess, I wager he was going to reveal something about himself. Which means that Juan, posing as a Nickel Samurai, was going to speak about Man on Guard. Yes, I guess that is what it would mean. But if that's the case, that's not a confession. That's public disclosure. Waha! Miss Andrews? I can see why you're a pros at what you do. Pardon me? Yes, just as you say, the press conference was set up by Juan. Well, holy crap, she knew? Blah, blah, blah. Miss Andrews, please offer us an explanation for this. And I burp. Ugh. I was the one who asked. I was the one he asked to help set it up. The person who prepared the second costume for him, that was also me. You! Juan had bet everything on a Jab Ninja this year. If he lost the Grand Prix, he was gonna make sure Matt was gonna go down with him. And that's what he thought anyway. He was going to ruin him? Huh? It looked like somehow Juan had his hands in a secret so powerful that it would be destroying Matt's acting career had it been revealed. What? What the hell is she talking about? Do you know what the secret of Mr. Engard's... Ugh. Let me read that again. And do you know what the secret of Mr. Engard's is, Miss Andrews? That's something only Juan knew. I don't know what it is. Ah, I see. I've probably been coming off quite suspicious to everyone, but that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt, after all. Protect Mr. On Guard? And yet again, another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems. Miss Andrews, if you could, please tell us the truth about your behavior. Yes, Your Honor, I understand. Alright, this is getting very weird, as you can see here. She's getting more and more suspicious. Juan himself seems to be holding something, even though now he's dead. And we don't know what the hell's going on here. There's secrets everywhere, secrets galore, but then again, you can expect that from a Phoenix Wright game. In any case, next time, guys, we're going to go ahead and listen to yet another testimony from Miss Andrews. So, as usual, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All for Nintendo DS. I'll see you guys later.